Hi, I'm Chuantal and I have been a performer my entire life since about age 3. I got my first pair of ballet shoes and I started dancing ballet, tap, jazz, Scottish dancing, and I just loved being in front of crowds and entertaining, and that led to my love for the stage. Let's see, I was about 7 years old. I got my first agent, and I would do all the community plays from Annie, Oliver, Wizard of Oz, West Side Story. My mom always said it's in her blood, and I wouldn't rather be doing anything other than dancing and singing and playing these characters, and it was just incredible. I had a good childhood. I grew up in Oxnard. I was captain of cheerleading and cheered all 4 years. I also played softball, which most people don't know. My mom, it was adorable. She would work bingo. She'd go every Friday and Saturday night just to pay for my uniform. And she knew that I needed to entertain, and I knew I wanted to act. That's what it was. I wanted to train. I wanted to really understand what it was instead of just reading my lines on my way to the audition. I know my dad wanted me to, go to college or at least get a scholarship for softball. He thought I was going to get a scholarship. My sister had just graduated cosmetology school and she was moving to Santa Monica. And I said, I'm coming. I have to be there. And I didn't even think twice. And then when I actually packed up and was leaving my mom's house, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm really doing this. This is it. And I didn't know anyone out there but my sister. I didn't have an agent at the time. I was so blessed and got into this incredible acting studio. And my acting coach, Joe Police, and he just really took me away from the stage life, for sure. Made it focus on film and television. So everything was just very subtle and very connected and very real. And I think for about 2 or 3 years, I was really just working hard. I worked my butt off. I was getting great feedback, and I started in about 2006, 2007, getting some momentum going. Ironically, I did this spoof, and it was thrown onto YouTube right in the beginning of the YouTube phenomenon, and it got, I think, 6 million hits. A million hits in a week. It was incredible. It was on Access Hollywood and E, and I'm like, of all the things that I've done and all the the acting, and this is the best work, it's the one thing that gets recognized. That's how it goes. And through, I think that the internet and this, viral phenomenon is it's at your fingertips. If you just know how to utilize it. It's one thing to be like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything on YouTube or a webisode or this and that, but that's what people are watching. The internet was kind of where it exposed this young, fun, and funny girl, which was awesome because I loved comedy and I wanted to get away from the stereotype, the blonde cheerleader, or hot girl number 1, hot girl number 2. And I'm like, but I've worked so hard and I have so much more life to offer. And then I got another lead in a psychological thriller called The Commune. That was when I started to really see this growth and I really was believing in myself. That's when I got that confidence where I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I can do this. I'm playing the game and I want more. And early in 2009, I was involved in a car accident. And that day, my life changed forever. I'm probably gonna get really emotional. Okay. That was about 2 years ago, March of '09, and I woke up in the hospital room and I had lost my left hand. And they tried to save it. They worked on it for about 6 hours, and I remember the doctor clearly walking over to me, and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, "I tried so hard. I tried so hard, but I'm so sorry. For the rest of my life, I will have one hand." So that happened, and I said, okay. But my exact words were, "That's okay. Is this real? Is this happening? Am I alive right now? This is okay. Nothing else. I'm not gonna be suffering from some other kind of, head injury or something. I can still see, breathe, eat, dance, act. I'm alive." I said, okay, I can do this. And for whatever reason, that's been my vision, my purpose to wake up every day. I didn't die that day, so I belong here right now. So I have now, actually just came from an audition, and I am so blessed. It's been almost 2 years, and I received my prosthetic, and now I have the option. So it's cool. I get to paint the nails, and it looks actually uncanny because I just finished up my film, and as I was working with Clifton Powell, he is in Ray, and he's just a great, strong actor, awesome person, and for about 6 hours we were working, and I said something about my accident, and he's like, "Oh, it was pretty bad." I was like, "Yeah, it was just my hand." He's like, "That's not real. That," and I'm like, "Oh no," and I'm like, that's such a, that was a whole new beginning, because I'm like, that gives me the confidence that, hey, I can walk in there and I could book just as many roles with or without the hand, so I have the option. Ultimately, on my day to day, I don't like to wear it. I am just, it's really pretty actually. I walk around town, I go to the gym, go to Gold's Gym, walk in and have my tank tops, and this is me. It's definitely the gift of perspective, and I say that, every day, because being in the media and everyone's looking at your image, and I was a cheerleader, and I had such a physical lifestyle also, and now you look at someone like me and I'm not whole, I'm not normal, this isn't normal, but when I look down, this is a beautiful reminder, and I get the opportunity to teach and inspire people every single day, just by walking in the room. And at first I kind of didn't embrace that role that had been given to me, because I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't know what this means, and why are people staring, and why are people, and I turned it around. I'm like, I'm teaching people. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to walk around with this. And I hear, especially still being in LA and seeing all these beautiful girls, and they're altering who they are because that image is what they perceive to be beautiful. I'm like, I have one hand, and am I not beautiful? I feel beautiful inside. My boyfriend says I'm unique every day, and I'm starting to really believe that. And I'm not gonna say it was all rainbows and ponies, because it definitely wasn't. It was hard, and it still is hard, physically, emotionally. So it's conflicting. I don't get it, but then sitting here and being able to speak to you, and just finishing up a film, and still becoming who I always imagined I'd be and more. And that's where I'm at now. I've created a website, IbelieveAndBecome.com, and it is a daily inspiration for anyone with or without disabilities to continue to follow your dreams. And when you believe in something, you can truly become who you are set out to be. And I believe in that so much, because it's happening for me right now. I get so many stories too, which is so cool, and they're inspired by me, and the girl said, you know what, I'm gonna try out for cheerleading tomorrow. And she had just lost her arm. And I'm like, that's so cool, because you could do it. And if that, I mean, it's anything in life. I'm hoping that I can spread that awareness and give that back to people, to know that you are beautiful and just the way you are, and not to be afraid to show the world. That felt clear.